Record na mo. Out sa ninyo ang ban. Ay, tinan ako yung bawal ako mag-uuna. Kasi, o ba na lang kay Gordon? Now, let's begin. Good day, everyone. I am Abigail Rose Baby Kabaka, and today we gathered to discuss about the story that we have read entitled Alligator River. And because of that, we have a task to make as a group, wherein we need to rank all the best to worst characters from the story Alligator River. And let me begin with my rank. First is my best character was Ivan. Second, Love. Third, Sinbad. Fourth, Abigail. And my worst character was Gregory. That's all. And followed by Regina Haum, Babe, Chola, Rhoda, Jane, and Ara.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Regina Haom. From the story I read, my best character is Ivan. Next is Gregory. Next is Love. Next is Abigail. And my worst character is Sinbad. That's all.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm grade 18. So, from what I read, my first best character was Love. Next is Abigail. Next is Ivan. Next is Gregory. And the worst character was Sinbad.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chola Lienas. My best character is Ivan. Next is Sinbad. Third is Gregory. Fourth is Abigail. And my worst character is Log.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rodney. My best to worst character is Love, Ivan, Gregory, Sinbad, and worst character is
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Jane. Best of all the characters is Ivan. Next is Dory, followed by Will. Fourth is Lug, and my worst is Sinbad.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ara Jane Hawinay, and my ranking based on the story is Abigail, Slag, Gregory, Sinbad. based on the story is Abigail, Slag, Gregory, Sinbad, and Ivan.
Regina, ikaw na. And now, when I hear your explanation why did you end up to that answer, I I myself will explain first. Okay na? After reading the story, for me, the best character was Ivan, who didn't make a more move for he doesn't want to be involved. Second was Lag, who was blinded by his love to Abigail, and Sinbad, the exploitative man who used the weakness of Abigail and took advantage of it. And Abigail, for she was very desperate to be with Gregory without even thinking any consequences ahead of her. Then, after got rejected by Gregory, she had a revenge instead of making up to Gregory and her. And one man got into trouble again because of her. And the worst character was Gregory, for he doesn't for he didn't saw the sacrifices of Abigail for him. He only saw the and bad side and instead of appreciating the efforts or sacrifices of Abigail, he just pushed her away. So that's my explanation. Regina, your turn.
Well, for me, I can say that there are best character in the story since they have their own flaws. So it's rather safe if we say less worse. So for me, Ivan is better of them since he did the safest decision of them all, like not involving himself in the commotion of others. Then my worst character is Sinbad, since since he took advantage of Abigail's weaknesses and crisis. That's all.
So as for me, the character was Lag because he did the right thing. Next one is Abigail because of unconditional love for Gregory, you know, she did everything she could just to go to him. And I
Pausa na
think
be.
that
Pausa itan.
we humans too are just like that, diba?
Nay.
Gagawin talaga natin lahat para sa
Nay.
ating mga,
Nay, ginanay kasi gihilak ko eh.
mga
Nay.
para lang sa ating mga mahal. Sa ating mga mahal, diba? Para lang matuwa sila, gagawin natin hindi ano para sa atin, pero para sa kanila gagawin natin yan. The next one would be Ivan because he didn't bother at all. Next one is Gregory. He is the second worst character for me because after what Abby did to him, he just left and not even thinking what Abby did. And the worst of all character would be Sinbad because he used the opportunity just to have sex with Abby. That would be all.
My worst character is Lag because physical violence causes a line that always lead to destruction. I rank Abigail next to worst because she agrees to have sex and she enjoys watching Slug beat up Gregory. I rank Gregory in the middle because he's an ungrateful cad. Sinbad is no saint, but at least he's straight up honest, so I have him second best. And while Ivan probably should have helped a friend, I see him as less culpable.
So for my ranking, I choose Log as best character because he felt compassion. Next is Ivan because he doesn't want to be involved with Abigail's situation. Next is Sinbad for offering Abigail in a need of service in exchange for her able to get with him. Then Gregory for pushing Abigail away after knowing her escapade to cross the river. And for the worst character for me is Abigail because she she cheated with Gregory just to get cross on the river and for laughing at him because he got beaten with slug. That's all.
So for me, worst, I choose Ivan as the best of all the characters because he just refused Abigail and he don't want to be involved. Second is Grigor. He only did that to Abigail because he was carried away by hate when he found out what Abigail did. Um, Third is Abigail. Abigail was deeply in love with Gregory. All she wants is to be in Gregory's arms. The bridge has washed out, so he has no other choice but to agree with Sinbad's offer. He just laughed at Gregory when Slug beat Gregory brutally because nakabalo siya sa kung unsa ang gikuhat ni Gregory na o kaya maghihunaw na nga kaning Mrs. kayahang sacrifices na diba, para para makaabot lang kay Gregory. Fourth is Slug feel compassion to Abigail and because of that, he was carried away by his anger. That is why he beat Gregory brutally without even how a person feel when his loved one is having sex with with other men. And my worst of all is Sinbad because he only sex with Abigail as an exchange for his everything wouldn't happen if he didn't anything in return. Dili man as possible. Wala tako tanan. So that's all.
So from my ranking, I was positioned Abigail as the best rank that in spite of the fact that what she did wasn't right, she did what she needed to do to get to the opposite side to see Grigori. I don't really accept that her affection changed for him since in such a case that it did she would not have crossed the waterway. All things that she do is just for love. And then next is Slug because he did the right thing and was Abigail side in the hard time. And the next is Gregory because he was not understanding for what Abigail did for him. And the second to the last worst is Sinbad because of his behavior and responsibility lack. He was the most immature about the situation and should have been respectful and kind to just Abigail over the river. Ivan is the worst individual Alligator River. Since he won't help Abigail despite the fact that they are friends. Friends should remain standing for each other and help one another. As Ivan is the only one who ought to have upheld her all through the whole situation. That's all. Help each other's
So
friend.
that's all. But I want to hear a summarize from someone from overall answers from the group who wants to raise their muted ka, Regina.
Okay, I'm sorry. We need to came up with one decision, right, as a group. So, based on the overall answers we give, our best character is Ivan, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Then only Ara stated that he's the worst. He's the worst character in the story. So what we gonna do now?
Babes, what are your suggestions?
Let's vote.
I think it's easy if we vote by one to came up with one answer.
Okay.
Hindi.
For me,
I think
Ivan is the
majority will win.
yes, Sarah.
Majority will win, ma'am.
Yes, majority is Ivan. So Ivan wins.
So
Yes.
Ivan is our best character of the story. So
I guess.
now let's proceed to our second best character.
Alright. For me
I think
is
it's love.
love. Love. How about you?
So in your own opinion, guys, who's gonna be our second best character?
Slug.
For me, Slug.
Love.
Slug.
Yes, I agree, Slag. Because he did the right thing was to be by the side of Abigail in the hard time.
But I think Slug as impulsive. He beat Gregory without proper evidence. He just believed Abigail's thought about Gregory. Then ito,
Tama ba? Gina? sure dito sa big asset di man dili man kailangan ko ato nga tatag ni ay anak ay dito sa laing sa kailangan siya yun.
So, si Gregory para sa imo ang second best character.
Yeah. I don't think this lag ay kamo
Pero if si Gregory nga nang gibiyaan man niya si Abby. Diba?
true.
Man sad kayo.
Pero I think normal na siya nga reaction.
Pero kung lang mo ang person, diba, kahit gid mo, kung true love gid ka.
Yes, correct.
Okay, kung sa ako magods kung ako lugar si Gregory, dili man kailangan maguna na si Gregory nga dili man kailangan ng buhato ni Abigail nga makikita sa laing lalaki para lang makabot dito sa kahit para lang maka-advance kay Gregory ay kung kuan para sa ko kung love niya si Abigail ang siya isa na sa pagkakuan kadugay sa panahon. Well,
our choices now is
that is your view.
So our choices now is Lug or Gregory.
Gregory.
So
Para po sa to si Snag mag Gregory totally. So nakakuan siya, nakapatakit siya o wala siya gauna-una nga. Kung saan buhat ni Abigail, dili man ang kailangan nga ninana. Kani agay po lugar siya kay Abigail.
Anong kay love niya si Abigail?
Siguro in love lang gid siya ka Abigail.
Oo, wag yun.
ano nangyayari ni Abigail?
Para in love na Abigail.
Kinsa man.
So, kita ang vote for sa wala dito.
Ako, boto ka. Ay, oo, boto.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 versus 2. So, I guess love wins.
Sa slag ni yun.
No? So, love yun ang winner.
So
let's proceed
best
to
character is Evan.
Unsa naman
So,
red?
Best character Evan. Next is Slug. Then now let's team up for the third one.
For me, third is Sinbad.
So, de,
Ako,
majuting ako an. Si Gregory ako.
Gregory din ako.
Gregory full ako.
Doon ako ikauban.
Wala kayo.
Alam lubat ako.
Manoa ka nga rin sa akin. Go na takang Gregory.
Nasa dili sa pwede si Sinbad.
I guess go na tayong Gregory, no? Para madali.
Go na, go.
Okay ba mo kang Gregory?
Kay 1, 2, 3 naman mo daan.
Since si Gregory kay second best na po siya na inyo mag-cancel.
So, third best na dito
Without
siya.
you. So, Gregory is our third. Okay,
The
no?
third.
Then, proceed
worst?
Abigail.
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 The fourth.
So the
Abigail is the
yun.
fourth.
Oh, pili na ko.
So, agree na, Abigail na gyapon.
Oo.
I think let's hear Ara's ideas why she didn't want Abigail as the fourth best character.
Ako gid siyang position sa best yun.
Why?
Kay gibwat ron to niya kay para sa love niya kang kuan. Gregory na si Gregory wala man niya na-appreciate. Diba? Swerte kay siya pay ga babae pa ang gakuan para sa iya ha. Dayon ako ang fourth case is kuan si Sinbad kay kanang nagkuan siya og kanang sana siya basta nagkuan siya og opportunity bitaw nga makuan niya si ingana si Abigail kay nanginahanglan lagi si Abigail sa iyaha. Then ako dayong gilas kay si Ivan kay nanginahanglan gyud kayog tabang si Abigail sa iyaha niya wag wala ni gibali-bali kay di siya ganahan nga makialam bitaw sa sitwasyon ni Abigail miskan kinahanglan gid kayo niya tabang. If true friend siya di iyon tatong tabangan. That's all.
Okay. So mo gituningan kung walay best character.
Actually, dili sila best character tanan. Pero
nasa
may
mga-
mapili.
Sakto naman yapon ng
From worst, medyo worst, the worstest.
So parang kaya ang nabilin na lang nga character is Abigail and Sinbad. So pagpili na lang sa ila kinsay fourth o kinsay fifth.
Pinaka-worst si Sinbad.
Worst is Sinbad.
Worst ang Sinbad.
Sinbad ang worst.
I think si Sinbad yun. Okay. He took advantage of Abigail's weaknesses and crises. I think it's not rational to
So, okay na to. Atong ranking first is
Ivan.
second was Slug.
Slog.
Third,
Gregory.
Gregory ba?
Oo.
yes,
Fourth is
Is
Abigail.
and fifth is
Sinbad.
Sinbad. I guess everyone had its different answers, but we came up with a decision from ranking best Ivan, Vlad, Gregory, Abigail, and Sinbad.
so that's all
Okay
for
na to,
today.
guys. So,
That's all na.
ay, sige, so nakipuan, correct summer, correct lesson learned. I guess everyone has different answers, but obviously, Ivan got the best character of all. We cannot actually say that being not helpful or a person that react or care is good. It's good, but sometimes we the battles that we need to fight on, right? And sometimes we that battle doesn't need a reaction because that is not our battle, right? Agree. So maybe mo tong i-choose ni Ivan nga dili siya mas apil-apil because hindi ko iyang battle ang Abigail spoke to Gregory. Overall, votes for the worst character goes to Sinbad. practice helping people without any exchange. Because God gave us life without any exchange. He's the only person who can really help Abigail, but used his weaknesses and took advantage of her. And that made him the worst character for this story, the alligator river. Are you, do you agree with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Sayang si
Yes.
Stephanie pero hopefully baka yung on yung connection.
Ina?
Okay na?
Okay na to guys.
Okay ra.
700
Problema
MB.
na lang na record ba?
700 ka MB.
Thank and thank you for all your cooperation. That's all for this discussion about the alligator river story. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.